The scapegoat got the ultimate angel. So, Marilyn Manson might mean something. Marilyn Manson. A perfect example of a scapegoat. So I'm 50 years old, and Marilyn Manson, who is a creative genius, has taken all sorts of abuse from all sorts of people, projecting onto him his art and his music. I believe his real name is Brian. Now, this is a highly intelligent, creative genius who some narcissistic chicks came in and tried to cancel him. And I have channeled this since the first time I heard that those chicks were saying, it's all those Me Too movement chicks, not all of them, but a whole bunch of them are shameless hypocrites, narcissists going for the ultimate supply grabs. And Spirit is busting them one by one, trying to take down these emperors. Now, I have channeled this before. It's certain dudes who get like a reptilian chick who's trying to do a binding contract, trying to ride a coattail, trying to do anything. And these are my natural eyes. This is the way the light is just hitting it. They try to do binding contracts. A lot of times it means, yes, I want to do coke. I want to party. I want to be a party girl. Yeah, I'll do coke for a bunch of days, not eat, not leave, not call anybody. Yeah, and then after, when I realize how fucking pissed off everybody is, I'm going to blame this dude for forcing me to do it and starving me. Now, this chick was just on a coke binge with a bunch of partiers, including Marilyn Manson. But now, people have it in their mind that this man held her hostage, refused to feed her, all this kind of stuff. Just shameless. What was it? What was that? Character assassins shamelessly did toxic gossip, blatant lies, and lying by omission. Busted. And then what did one of those chicks do? It was a whole group of people that knew each other and said, let's take this dude down. This dude who's been in the game for so fucking long. And now these twats, all of a sudden there's a problem with these ones. His real exes have said he has never been abusive. These lying wannabe witches trying to ride coattails, and then when it doesn't work, they flip it. It's called negative supply triangulation. Yeah, well, that one who said he forced her to starve and all that. Yeah, well, now she recanted. Yeah, she said, no, well, he didn't do it. Well, that other chick convinced me to lie about him, and we were all going to take him down. That has continuously happened to this performance artist, professional singer, divine masculine showboy with divine sensuality that is absolutely a light worker, even though he plays in the dark. So with the yin yang, you have to remember, like, say this is the yin yang. You put the dark one over here. It's a lesson. Alan Watts has an old lesson. I'll see if I can find it. About the yin yang. These are supposed to be two fish that are swimming and dancing together, but they can't dance without the other one. You have to have the dark to have the light. And you have to have the light to have the dark. And what is this? This is truth. This is reality. All right? I hear those, this is an old transmission. Those stuck up, younger, drunk girls were mean to her for no reason at all. So these manipulative reptilians, and the way I always get it, Spirit always shows me about certain people, and I wish I knew who it was. I saw a clip once, and I think maybe it was an athlete, I'm not quite sure. The same thing happened to Justin Bieber, where some fucking hoe bag met him, slept with him, and then he was in his most vulnerable state, sleeping in the bed, clearly after a night of passion or whatever, with a sleep mask on. And that fucking reptilian chick is sitting there doing a selfie video with him in the background for all her flying monkeys, going, look who I just fucked. Look at the tally on my fucking bedpost. Yeah, but this person who had posted the video, it was somebody famous, but I didn't know who they were. I think they might be an athlete. It was like a white bed. He was sleeping. He had a sleep mask, and it was this blondie. This reptilian blondie doing that nodding. Look at fellow hoe bags. Look who I bagged. The dude sleeping posted that video and said, now this chick is saying I took sexually advantage of her. Shameless fucking hag witches that present as cutie pies, fucking full-blown reptilian narcissists. And everybody, yeah, no, I'm a mother of a son too. And a son, a very respectful son that's never gotten into trouble. And I've already sat down and talked with him about consent. And he also heard through his school about consent. So I have a son as well as a daughter. And I know how I'm a queen of swords. I've been around the block. I know how these fucking reptilian chicks in the scene work. I just saw somebody post a picture with Marilyn Manson, and then it's like all over. Oh, I recant that I posted that picture. I wasn't thinking. I can't remember who it was. It's like, what are you doing? That man is innocent until found guilty, right? And one of these reptilian chicks already recanted, said she made the whole fucking thing up. So when I heard about Marilyn Manson, these issues, Spirit immediately showed me that video in my mind's eye of that chick. It's the scapegoat. People project what they want to see, and then with fame comes binding contracts, coattail riding. Well, if I can't have you this way, then I'm going to destroy you and get negative supply. Supply is attention, but it's the best word for it. Because it's like these narcissists need it. It's like gasoline. There's a really good video that I'm going to put in the comments section of this video. I'm going to put that documentary about Marilyn Manson, an absolute genius. And he is a light worker. He helps the collective transmute very difficult emotions and feelings. I see like a light worker with like a gas mask on, and like it's like I hear Fukushima. It's like the brave person who goes into the danger zone to help everybody. So he and his band has taken up, along with other kinds of bands like this, but Marilyn Manson really, really does it. That angst, that righteous butthurt rage, that frustration of understanding the intelligence and surrounded by a bunch of dipshits. So make no doubt about it, that dude is a light worker, highly intelligent, and has serious relationships. Said he was never abusive towards them. But these reptilian hags who are looking to suck onto anything, total fucking hypocrites. The Me Too movement really separated the wheat and the chaff. Because there was plenty of people where Me Too really happened. And they didn't go on to like abuse other people. But there's these narcissistic chicks who have no ability to self-reflect. Anything for supply. So that's the message that's coming through. Now let's learn the truth about the Marilyn energy is the title. Who's this message for? So remember, that man is innocent. He hasn't been proven guilty. Some hobags got caught lying. I hear 3. Leo. Leo again. Finally, Aquarius. So let's all learn. Because those fucking reptilian hags, it's kind of like The Shining. The Shining might mean something. The chick in the tub. They present themselves as enticing. Drugs, low vibration, partying. Might have something to do. They present themselves as, poor me. Something like that. And then they flip it. These kind of hags, other people may have had run-in with. I call them hags. Where they shapeshift in front of you. You may be in an altered state or in the middle of having sex or something weird. And all of a sudden there's something fucking scary there. And then all of a sudden it's the rotten fucking hag in the bathtub. These evil narcissists. It's okay, so the way to conceptualize it is these kind of people have a demon. And the demon manipulates them. And it will unzip. And you will catch, if you are psychic, sensitive, awakened, spectrum-y, highly intelligent, if you understand the freaking intelligence, if you have ever seen an otherworldly being, if you've ever seen anything dark like what I was just talking about, if you've ever seen a glitch in the system, anything, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. Some hags got exposed. So we're going to learn about Marilyn Manson And we're going to learn about supply, narcissistic supply. The name Jill might mean something. It's this lovely fellow YouTuber. Her name is Jill Wise. She's a really great teacher, galactic professor. And she has one of the best videos on narcissistic supply and how not all supply is created equal. So with supply comes a lot of triangulation, a lot of betrayal, a lot of ego flexing, a lot of fucking lying, shameless liars. What was that title? Let's see. Character assassins shamelessly did toxic gossip, blatant lies, and lying by omission. Busted. Like one of these chicks with Marilyn Manson, if you don't know, she's claiming that he starved her, forced her to do drugs or in a drug-induced state, and wouldn't let her leave. But in reality, she was making her own decisions. She was fucking partying. She was partying for like 4 days and then wouldn't eat. Will not take responsibility for her own bullshit behavior. It's what these kind of chicks do. And those chicks are fucking scary. Because know what they do? They do sexual binding contracts. Where yes means yes at the time, but then it means no. He didn't call me back and he doesn't want to date me. He took advantage of me. Horrid. Horrid. Well, these reptilian hags are finally getting their karma. People can't ignore this insult to intelligence. A whole bunch of reptilian fucking hags got busted for the liars they are. And the other way they do it is, our relationship is totally toxic right now because I'm a spoiled brat kind of reptilian hag. And so I can feel that you're going to cut the cord with me. Yeah, you might have seen your divine counterpart or something. And I am going for my most desperate thing I can do. I'm pregnant. They're not pregnant. They drag it out for a couple of months. These dudes shut down any opportunity with anything, try to do the right thing, make it work with this spoiled brat, drags it out for like 2 months so their counterpart floats away. I got my period. Yeah, they were never pregnant. Or these chicks who get pregnant on purpose. So dudes, if you're going to have casual sex, use a condom, and never, ever, ever, ever throw your condom in the garbage at her house. I have heard of chicks doing this before, fishing it out, scooping it out. I'm going to do a binding contract. I'm going to get pregnant, and then I'm going to be rich. So you're not supposed to flush a condom. So if you're a dude and you're having casual sex with somebody you don't even fucking know, remember, sex magic is real. Binding contracts are real. Fucking hags are real. Spiritual warfare is real. Put it in a piece of toilet paper, roll it up and put it in your pocket and throw it away when you get home. These hags are shameless. Shameless. Anything for a binding contract, especially if you have fame or money. And secondly, You know, start thinking about if you're getting older and you're just fucking anyone, you're not just having sex with like the hot person at the bar at closing time or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a total prude. I've had fun in my lifetime. I'm older now. You're not just having sex with that hot person. You're having sex also with every one of the demons that is attached to them. That's what a gift sex is. You're having sex with both of this, not just this. You're opening yourself up to shadows. And if that person has not worked on their shadow at all, then that demon is in total fucking control. A lot of those hags insert that demon into these kind of dudes. Somebody might get a cleanse, start anew, nice and fresh. Somebody who hasn't dated in a really long time might start dating. They may have been traumatized by a reptilian ex. So do I think like there's like, if you nick the skin, there'll be a reptile under there, like V when we were kids? No. I think it's a vibration, this narcissistic vibration that's overtaken this demon thing, reptilian. I hear stay in the light. So if you are a performer who does your professional work in the dark, you have to be aware, especially like maybe like an actor. I hear Evan Peters. Okay, so that's a good example. He is a really great character actor, and he's played a lot of dark characters. So sometimes, especially if you're spectrum-y, it can be hard to turn it off if you dive so into another's energy. And so that advice is, remember your spiritual hygiene. And what I say is if you can, take a salt bath with Epsom salts. If you've ever been in a fight, if you're like in a fight, if something bad happened and you cried and you're all fucked up in your energy, if you're off kilter, anything, just imagine yourself as the Libra scales of balance. Somehow your scales are off kilter. A kilt might mean something. And you need to reset yourself to zero. And that's called a water ritual. And ritual sounds kind of scary, that word ritual. That's totally evil. Yeah, no, it's not totally evil. It just means ceremony. So if you start a ritual with a hot bath and 2 cups of Epsom salt, you will reset yourself to a zero every time. And so what I do is I put 2 cups of Epsom salt in a bath, and I soak in the bath. I try to do it for at least 20 minutes with keeping my feet under for sure. I'm tall. I'm 5, well, at my tallest I was 5'11", but I'm shrunk. I'm 5'9" now. So my knees are usually out and that kind of stuff, but my feet are under. And then I also do a dunk with my head, and I don't worry about my feet or whatever then. I dunk my head underwater, so my whole body has now been emerged. I hear emerge from the dark. My whole body has been submerged in the salt water. And while I'm under, I speak with the universe. I tell the universe what I'm living for, that I'm ready to accept whatever my next mission is, and then whatever personal things. We have to remember as parents, that first one, what am I living for? My kids. No. Of course we're all living for our kids, but that cannot be the first one. We have to get everyone to the place where they're living for themselves. I'm living for myself. I am loving and lovable despite all that I have endured. I'm living for myself. When you can get to that place, and of course we're living for our kids, yeah. But we're living for ourselves first so we can be the best version of ourselves for our kids and our friends and our family and our loved ones. So you have to put intentions out to the universe. Because the universe is asking you all the time, knock, knock, want to play? You might be stuck in the dark. Spirit might have sent in SolidGoldie with her light. SolidGoldie, the go-go dance line cheerleading hippie chick. Yeah, I come with said tap shoes. People's soul families might be coming together. Serious light workers, starseeds. If you can understand the intelligence, if you are a starseed, you may have had an activation. The starseeds get activated to help bring the collective into the golden age of enlightenment. Highly intelligent people. Planet Earth is vibing very, very low. There's all sorts of divine missions that are happening. People are having deaths of the ego, really fast spiritual awakenings, really brutal spiritual awakenings. Spirit's separating the wheat and the chaff. The serious galactic agents to expose these demonic vibes. The hypocrites, all the hypocrites taking the Lord's name in vain, these fake-ass Christians, they're unzipping like crazy. The fake-ass Christians who take the Lord's name in vain. That doesn't mean like cussing around, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. That's not what it means. Taking the Lord's name in vain means using the Lord's name and your BFF with the Lord for your own fucking vanity. I deserve to sit at the stuck-up lunch table and I got Jesus sitting next to me. I'll fleece the fuck out of religion and I got Jesus on my side. Yeah, Jesus would have never, like, for example, Jesus would have never been MAGA. Jesus flipped the table off people who were trying to fleece the concept of religion. Tax collectors around a religious site. Jesus hung out with the weirdos. So we have a bunch of hypocrites. Yeah, I'm also going to put the satanic temples protest for First Amendment rights. Let's all do a really important soul school lesson on critical thinking. On critical thinking. Who are the freaking hypocrites? And we're going to learn about Baphomet. I hear Knights Templar. That Baphomet statue that the Satanic Temple brings to protests. Baphomet stands for perfect social order. Baphomet is this. It's the truth. It's the dark and the light. And you watch these fucking hypocrites, these fake-ass fucking Christians who use the Lord's name in vain, completely unzip, throw hypocritical temper tantrums. Now I'm thinking about the Baphomet that was at the Rotunda. And that one dude took it upon himself to just destroy it. I destroyed it. Arrest me. Arrest me. I'm ready for my giant supply grab. Fox News, I'm ready to talk about how I destroyed the demon that had a permit and it was able to be in the Rotunda along with the Christmas tree and the menorah. Arrest me. I'm ready for my giant Christian supply grab. Yeah, but the United States is founded on freedom of religion. Like, we have freedom of religion, where of means from. We have freedom from all these fake-ass Christians. Doesn't matter what it is, who say our club can destroy this club's thing. Even though every club has every fucking right to be there. Lots of lessons on hypocrisy and the bloated bobblehead of moral righteousness. The bloated bobblehead of moral righteousness. The Antichrist. Yeah, all these people in that documentary, it's very interesting. Lucian Greaves might mean something. Or the name Lucian or Greaves. They roll in. I think it was Alabama, was it? On the government grounds. The good old boys. The Christians. The good old boy Christians. They got the 10 Commandments up there. Well, on the front yard of the government building that all of our taxes collectively pay for the upkeep of, even if you're not Christian. And we have freedom of religion, freedom of that club. Nobody's saying they can't be Christian. Nobody's disrespecting Christianity. Go put that monument in your fucking church, your front yard, your backyard, wherever you want, but not on the government front yard. That belongs to everybody, not just your club. You watch these hypocrites totally spaz out when Lucian Greaves comes in with Baphomet, his statue, and says, well, you don't have to take your 10 Commandments down. You clearly put a stuck-up lunch table in your Heather's lunchroom on the government lawn. So we're going to sit at the lunch table too. Here comes Baphomet. Watch these hypocrites lose their fucking shit. We can be here, but you can't. But they can. We have freedom from everyone's club. When you start talking about it as a club, it really sounds buffoony. It's called religious indoctrination and the bloated bobblehead of moral righteousness. These fake Christians have mind-fucked themselves. That they're the most righteous. Yet they'll fleece the shit out of Jesus Heavenly Christ. They'll make a shit ton of money. They'll force rape and incest survivors to give birth while voting against Head Start, WIC, welfare. Like, who's the real demons? Because that sounds like the big trick that you hear. Like Satan, Lucifer, Satan. That's how this chick says it in that fucking documentary, these dingbats. Satan, Lucifer, Satan's trying to fool you. I really believe it's a gateway to hell. Just regurgitating, have never thought once about what they're saying. The real Antichrist is these Christians that have mind-fucked themselves by their own demonic ego and bloated bobblehead of moral righteousness. They're just too dumb to realize. So there's the lesson. I'll put all that stuff in the comment section. All right,